Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're taking a really close look at something quite personal, a series of video updates, vlogs actually. They share one mother's journey right after her second baby was born. Pretty raw.
Yeah, and our mission here is really to analyze how she tells the story. We want to pinpoint elements that are, super relevant for anyone studying postpartum mental health in the US. And also just assess how valuable this kind of firsthand account is for people who maybe don't know much about pregnancy or postpartum care.
Okay, so the context is this mother, Alexis, and we're seeing her from about 6 days up to a month after birth. She's got a new baby boy, 7 pounds, 5 ounces, and an older daughter who's 8. And she does mention right up front some physical stuff, a birth injury, specifically facial bruising on the baby.
Right. And what's really interesting, I think, is that she sets this clear goal for herself. She explicitly says she's striving and not just surviving in postpartum, which is a really deliberate choice based on feeling like she lost myself after her first child. You see the story move from that immediate physical recovery, just days after birth,
Yeah, like day 6.
to managing the whole complex family routine about a month later. It's quite the arc.
Okay, let's maybe unpack that a bit, especially thinking about preventing things like postpartum depression or PPD.
Yeah.
What elements in her story really stand out?
Well, looking through that lens, I'd say there are maybe 5 key things, 5 strategies she seems to be using, consciously or not.
Okay.
First is this real effort towards prioritizing self-care in her environment. She talks about doing her makeup, getting ready.
Small things, but they matter.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And keeping the house from, as she puts it, going to poop. It's like a mental defense mechanism.
Maintaining some sense of normalcy or control, maybe.
Yeah, I think so. Then the second thing is her honesty about the hormonal and emotional fluctuations. She just says, her hormones are all over the place.
Mm.
She even mentions crying real tears because the baby's growing up and he's only like 4 weeks old at this point.
Wow, that intensity. Okay, what's third?
Third is the critical role of family support. Her mother stayed with them, helping cook, doing groceries, just being there for the routine. It's presented as absolutely fundamental.
Right. You can see how that would take a huge load off.
Definitely. And the fourth element is how she's managing guilt in relationships, especially with her older daughter. That mom guilt is real, and she talks about making specific time for her daughter, me time, bubble Bible studies, getting their nails done, trying to keep that connection strong.
That sounds really important, managing the needs of 2 kids.
Mm-hmm. And the fifth piece we see is her spiritual coping. She leans heavily on her faith, praying for rest, trusting in, God's plan, not mine. It's her way of managing expectations and finding strength.
So 5 pillars: self-care environment, hormones, family support, managing guilt, and spiritual coping.
Yeah, that seems to cover the main strategies she's employing for her mental well-being.
But this isn't just a mental game, right? Her account links this all back to the physical reality.
Hmm.
And that's maybe why it's so helpful for someone unfamiliar.
Exactly. That's the key. It's comprehensive because she weaves together the physical, emotional, and logistical threads constantly. She talks very explicitly about the physical toll, like massive muscle loss. She says her quad and glute muscles are just gone.
Oh,
Yeah. And the challenges with breastfeeding, a poor latch, having to supplement with formula, pumping constantly, like every 2 hours.
every 2 hours,
Yeah.
while also being incredibly sleep deprived. She mentions running on just 2 hours sometimes.
Right. And on top of that, this ravenous hunger that comes with breastfeeding.
So you've got physical depletion, intense hunger, sleep deprivation.
And still trying to maintain some normalcy, like those family outings she mentions. Going to a farmer's market, visiting Mount Dora.
It paints a really complete picture, doesn't it? It's not just one thing, it's everything happening at once.
Precisely. It shows you the whole ecosystem of postpartum life, the physical recovery, the emotional work, the logistical juggling act.
So, wrapping this up a bit, the real value here is seeing how interconnected everything is. This personal story really highlights that striving, not just surviving, postpartum needs support on all fronts: physical, mental, logistical.
Absolutely. It's a holistic challenge.
Which brings us to a final thought for you, our listener. Alexis mentions the standard advice, wait 6 weeks and we get back to it, regarding physical recovery or activity. But her story shows this intense need for mental resilience and support right from the start during that acute physical phase.
So the question to ponder is, given that immediate need, what kind of societal shifts or maybe systemic changes could better support mothers in that really critical window before the traditional 6-week checkup? What could we do differently to support that early mental and physical integration? Something to think about.